Hello friends, to continue with the topic power sharing, today I'll be discussing the second case study which is given in the chapter. It is of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is our neighboring nation, and this is a rough map of Sri Lanka. I'll be explaining with the help of this map. Right, now to start the topic, let's talk about the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka, means about the population of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, 74% of Sri Lankan population, they are speaking Sinhala language. Sinhala language is a prime language of Sri Lanka. So 74% population of Sri Lanka, they speak Sinhala language. They are called Sinhalese, and they follow Buddhism. They are Buddhist, right? Around 18% of Sri Lankan population, they speak Tamil language, and they are called Tamilians. So the Tamilians in Sri Lanka, they mostly reside in the northeastern region of Sri Lanka, right? Tamilians are further divided into two groups: the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Indian Tamils. Now the Sri Lankan Tamils are those who are born in Sri Lanka and they follow the Tamil language, right? Whereas the Indian Tamilians are those whose forefathers, they came from India as a plantation laborers, and they settled down here in Sri Lanka, and these are the generations of those people, right? So they are called Indian Tamilians. So the Sri Lankan Tamilians and the Indian Tamilians together, around 18% lives here in the northeastern region of Sri Lanka. Now these Tamilians, they are mostly Hindus and Muslims. So their religion is also different from Sinhalese community, right? Beside these two group, the Sinhalese and the Tamilians, there is another group of Christians, right? Around 7% of Sri Lankan population are Christians, and they use both these languages, the Sinhals and the Tamilians. Now they follow these two languages. So majority population in Sri Lanka are Sinhalese, and minority group is of Tamilians and the Christians, right? Now what happened? Let's talk about the problems, as we have discussed about the Belgium's problem. Now to understand the Sri Lankan problem, and then we'll do the comparison of both these nations. Now after independence, Sri Lanka became independent in the year 1948. 48. After India's independence, Sri Lanka became independent. Now, in the year 1948, when this country became independent, general elections were held, and as we can see, the majority population of Sinhalese group, they have given votes to their leaders, and Sinhal government formed in Sri Lanka. Now, they passed an act of Act of 1956. According to this act, various rights are given to the Sinhal communities. Like, they declared that Sinhalese is a national language. They declare Buddhism as the national religion. All the important government and university posts were reserved for the Sinhal community candidates. Now such actions were taken under this act, which somewhere the Tamilians started feeling that they are neglected. They are not getting the proper rights. So they became against these actions, these decisions of the government, and they started raising their voice against this. So many times they have kept their demands in front of government, but the government rejected every time. So this leads to frequent clashes between the two communities, and these clashes rose to such a level that civil war situation occurred in Sri Lanka, which leads to the killing of people of both these groups on a large number. Now the same thing we have seen in Belgium also. The two communities, one is in majority, one is in minority group, they have clashes. Same here in Sri Lanka also, the two group, one is in majority, clear majority, and another is a minority group. Both the groups were having clashes with each other. Both the countries were facing civil war situation. Now how these two nations resolve this problem, we'll discuss it in the next video. Please like, share and review this, and please subscribe this channel. Thank you, and wait for the next video.